joining us on the line now. His main rival in the Preakness, that will be Classic Empire, the 2-year-old champion assistant trainer, Norm Casse, joins us. Norm, thanks for taking some time to speak to us on a very busy week as you get set for Saturday. You know, a lot has been made about that compromised start in the Kentucky Derby. We've talked about a lot on this show as well. Your horse does have some natural speed, though. With a clean break, is there a chance we could see him closer near the lead?
I think the main thing that we're worried about, Greg, is just not letting Always Dreaming get away from us too much. We're gonna try to be glued right next to him. If Conquest Mo Money was to break bad, there's a possibility that we could even be on the lead. He's a much better horse. He's much more effective when he's sent along early, and that's the type of trip we're going to try to have on Saturday.
Hi, Norm. It's Andy Serling, your Twitter buddy. Talking about him running his third race in 5 weeks, are you at all concerned that I'll take a toll on him?
That's obviously the thing that you got to be a little bit concerned with. But honestly, Andy, and we're more than just Twitter buddies. I consider you a friend. But honestly, I hate to be corny or cliche here, but he's been training really, really well. You're looking for all the indicators that he's doing well since the Derby, and he's actually been much more aggressive in the morning, much more on the bridle. He looks better physically, to be quite honest, and he's showing us all the signs that you look for going into a big race, that he's still got a lot left in the tank.
No, it's Richie Migliori, and the question has to be asked. He was so sensational as a 2-year-old. Was there any concern with the interruptions he had in his training over the winter that maybe he just didn't make that step from 2 to 3?
I don't think that was the concern, Richie. It was just a frustrating winter. You knew that he had so many stops and starts, and when he would show up in the morning and do his workouts the way that he was supposed to do it, he was still showing those flashes of brilliance. It's very easy and it's very apparent when you're breezing these type of horses and Classic Empire, Tepin type horses, that they're a step better than your other horses. And when he was doing things in the morning when he was supposed to be doing them, it was obvious he still had, he still had the goods. So that was never the concern. The concern was just getting him to do it.
Norm, you mentioned you're keeping your eye on Always Dreaming, obviously, is the horse to beat. Were you really happy to be drawing the post right outside of him?
Yes, Andy, actually, much has been said about the post position, and one of the standard issue questions that you get leading up to the race is, what post position do you hope to get? And I think we've learned our lesson that you really can't be happy with a post position until after the race is actually run. We were elated with the 14-hole, but with that being said, we wanted to be outside of Always Dreaming. We wanted to be sitting relatively close to him, and we were elated with the 5-hole, to be quite honest.
No, I've known you since you're a baby, really, and rode for your dad. What does it mean to you to be his right-hand man, his chief assistant, and to have the success you've had together?
I'm just really proud, Richard. I'm just really proud of where we've come from. When I started working for Dad, we were basically just a Woodbine-based trainer. Dad was really quite content with that, being the top dog up at Woodbine and then taking the winters off. And when I started working for Dad, I had bigger vision for his company, and I knew that we were capable of doing bigger things, and those things are finally starting to pay off. And I'm very proud, not to float my own boat, but I'm very proud because I had a lot to do with him branching out more, and a lot of the things that we do and that we've incorporated into our system were things that were, my suggestions and things that I believe in. And so, although he gets a lot of the credit because his name's on the plaque, so to speak, I get to go to sleep at night knowing and being very proud that a lot of this success has to do with me.
Well, you both deserve a ton of credit for what you've done, especially with this horse as well. I had heard your dad had said just sort of a sense of relief even getting to the Derby with all the problems that Mig had talked about with your horse, the stops and starts with the horse. Is there just a better feeling now going into this race in his condition?
Certainly, and I think Andy would even kind of agree with me. I was a little concerned about coming back from the Arkansas Derby going into the actual Kentucky Derby. I thought it was going to be back against it, and actually have have spoken to a lot of people about this situation that I thought we were in. I thought we would run a really good race in the Derby coming off the Arkansas effort, but that we'd have to have everything perfect to win the Derby, and that the Preakness and the Belmont were probably much more attainable for us considering the winter that we had. So we'll see on Saturday if my assessments are right.
Well, best of luck on Saturday. Thanks for joining us. We're going to say congratulations as well. We talked about it earlier. Tepin in full to Curlin as well, so that's going to be exciting. Thanks for joining us, Norm.
All right, thanks for having me on, guys. I respect you guys a lot.